Welcome to this unit. You have made it to the final stage of your journey. Up until now, we have been looking at individual pieces of your roadmap. We've explored the who of your fiduciaries, the what of your assets, and the how of your medical and financial wishes. But today, we are making a major shift. We are moving from learning concepts to organizing your next steps. To do that effectively, you have to see your plan for what it truly is. Your estate plan is not just a stack of papers or a folder in a desk drawer, it is a system. Think of your estate plan like the engine of a car. A car isn't just a collection of parts sitting in a garage. It is a series of interconnected systems, fuel, electrical, and mechanical, that have to work in perfect harmony to get you to your destination. For example, consider Ariel. She took the time to create all the documents in her estate plan. She had a will drafted, set up a trust, and signed both financial and medical powers of attorney. On paper, her estate plan looked complete, but her plan wasn't working as a system. She never moved assets into her trust, and she never updated the beneficiary on her life insurance policy after her relationship changed. When she passed away, the trust couldn't do anything, because it didn't actually own any assets. And the life insurance policy followed the instructions on the beneficiary form she never changed. Therefore, it paid out to her former partner. The documents worked according to their wording. The documents did exactly what they were designed to do. They just weren't aligned. Today's lesson is about helping you see the system clearly, so everything you do next makes sense and feels manageable. By the end of this lesson, you'll understand how the major estate planning documents interact, why misalignment causes problems, and how to spot gaps before you start drafting or updating anything. Let's start with a common experience. Many people end up with estate planning documents created at different moments in their lives, often during times of change, stress, or urgency. Something happens, they realize an old document no longer fits, and they update just that one piece. Over time, the documents don't grow together. They grow separately. A will created years ago, a beneficiary designation added later, a power of attorney signed during a health scare. Each document may make sense on its own, but when you step back and look at them together, they may not be coordinated, or even pointing in the same direction. When these pieces are properly aligned, your estate plan works with incredible efficiency. Your beneficiary designations and your trust often handle the heavy lifting in many plans and may allow certain assets to transfer more directly and privately. Your will acts as a catch-all, or a safety net, picking up any smaller items you might have missed. And your powers of attorney ensure that if life takes an unexpected detour, your trusted team can step in without a single day of delay or a single hour in a courtroom. One important step is to recognize overlap versus gaps. Overlap happens when two documents cover similar territory. Sometimes that's intentional, sometimes it's not. Gaps happen when no document covers a situation at all. Neither overlap nor gaps are, by default, failures. Signals that your system may need review, coordination, or completion. Today's task is to see things as a whole. Ask yourself, does any part of this plan contradict another part? For example, did you name your brother as beneficiary on your financial accounts, but your spouse in your trust? Have you checked to make sure your retirement account doesn't still have a beneficiary name from 20 years ago? Look at your estate plan, or your current wishes, and answer a few simple questions. What documents exist right now? Or what documents will I be having drafted? Do I have a general idea of what I'd like each document to say or do? Or a list of questions I can ask a professional advisor before I make final decisions? Who does each one affect? Where are there overlaps, gaps, or contradictions? That's it. This is the difference between having documents and having a system. When you can see your plan as a system, decisions get easier. You stop guessing. You stop reacting. You stop feeling like you have to start over. Instead, you can say, this piece is solid. This piece needs attention. This piece doesn't exist yet. And that clarity is powerful. So here's your action for this lesson. Use the estate plan system map to list the documents you already have, the roles each one assigns, the assets or decisions each one touches. And then, most importantly, you'll mark where things feel unclear, outdated, or incomplete. Those notes become your roadmap. They make conversations with an attorney faster. They make drafting tools easier to use. They make the next steps feel obvious instead of overwhelming. If you do nothing else today but complete that map, you've already moved from preparation to execution. You're no longer wondering whether you have a plan. You're starting to see how your plan actually works. You're doing great. Let's keep moving forward to pull it all together.